Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about my living costs here in Koh Samui, just monthly expenses. And I'm out here on my favorite beach that's like right by my house, but let's get right into it. So speaking of my house, my rent every single month costs about 10,000 baht. And if you guys haven't seen the video that I made, it should be right here, and you can see a full tour of my house. And you can also see that, yeah, it's actually a pretty decent house. Now, a lot of people were like, I don't believe you. There's no way that it costs that much. And they're like, I've searched and I haven't been able to find a house that's that cheap. And listen, I completely understand this, you know. The whole thing is, it's kind of like when you go to a secondhand store and you go to 5 other secondhand stores, and then you got your other people that look at one store for 5 minutes and they're like, well, I couldn't find any deals like that. You got to be willing to search, and that's really important. And my mom got a house for even cheaper. My brother got a house for a little bit more. My brother-in-law got a bigger house that's directly on the beach for only 12,000 baht a month. It is possible to find these deals, but once again, you've got to be willing to get over here, drive around the island, look for the places that say for rent. Number 2 are my utilities. I spend, like this month, since it's hot season, I spent like 4,200, and that's pretty darn high, but I actually live a pretty lavish lifestyle here. I mean, I'm not really sparing expenses and turning off the air conditioner all the time. A lot of my friends only spend about 2,000 baht per month, but it just depends on how much you like using your aircon and electronics. Now, my next big expense is food, of course. A lot of people don't spend this much, but I eat steaks like every single day. I spend probably about 9 to 10,000 baht per month on my food. And then I also spend about 3,000 or so baht on coffee. Now, once again, I am really not the most cheap hippie person on the planet. I like getting coffee delivered to my house every day, and I get my coffee delivered all the time. Now, medical insurance definitely is an important thing if you want to have it. For somebody who's my age, I'm 33, it costs about 1,600 baht per month, but I had to go to a broker. I had to really do my research on that. For anybody that is older, say in your 60s, you're probably going to spend about double that. It's usually with the yearly discount as well. So, you know, you're spending like anywhere from $300 to $500 per year on your medical insurance. Now, once again, the Thai medical system is actually super good. Apparently, they rank even better than the American medical system on the charts. So you get quick service. They're really great. And even if you want to just go in for a doctor's appointment, it's typically only going to be about 300 to 500 baht, even with medicine sometimes. Now, the next big expense is going to be your transportation. If you want to get a motorbike, you're going to spend probably like 5,000 to 6,000 baht per month, depending on how nice of a motorbike you want. There are like Honda Click 125cc's that are like 3,000 a month if you get them long term, but you got to think about safety, and that was one thing I didn't really consider when I first got here. And the Honda Clicks have very thin tires, and so I actually ended up crashing mine 2 times before I finally switched to an NMAX, which has thicker tires and is just a little bit better balance, you know. So definitely recommend getting one of the bigger motorbikes. And yeah, you guys can hit up my company too if you want to rent from an honest person. Now, on the other hand, if you want to get a car, you're looking at more like, I would say 15,000 baht, something like that, depending on how luxe of a car you want to get. But that's actually not a super bad deal. The only issue with that is basically just traffic, but you're going to be a lot safer in a car than you would be in a motorbike. Now, I spend probably like 11,000 baht per month on my business visa, but what's nice about that is that I can actually rent out motorbikes, and it also covers my mom, which is super convenient because that way we kind of split the costs on that. If you want, though, you can actually get what's called a DTV visa, but it's only like 10,000 baht without agent services, and you just apply for it overseas before you come here, and it lasts for 5 years. So that's a really nice option if you don't mind leaving the country every 6 months on a visa run. Pretty easy to do as well. So definitely would recommend that if you're looking to save a lot of money and you make your money online. Now, the final thing that I love about this country is that you can get extremely cheap maid service, and I spend probably like 300 baht per cleaning. I'll get a cleaning like once a week, and so that adds up to about 1,200 baht per month in expenses. But for me, it's like more than worth it. So in total, that's about 1,250 US, or you're looking at about 45,000 Thai baht every single month living here. And this is not including the extra expenses like going out and drinking and stuff like that. If you want to do that, you're, you know, going to spend like $20 to $30 every time you do, you know, so you guys can add up how much that would cost on average. But needless to say, it's definitely worth it for anybody that's making like $1,500 to $2,000 per month online. I highly recommend, though, guys, make sure that when you come here, bring some savings with you, understand that there's gonna be expenses, and also understand that because everything is so cheap here, you're gonna spend more money, right? Like you see people walking down the beach with sunglasses for sale for $5, and so you wanna buy those, and I mean, you'd be amazed at how much money you spend just doing like extra lush activities all the time and stuff like that. But needless to say, it's literally like living in Hawaii for like, I don't even know, like a tenth of the price. So definitely recommend coming here if you're planning to live long term. Thank you guys for liking this video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and also make sure to watch all my other content. I've got a lot of interesting advice for newcomers here for the island and what have you. So we'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day.